Hi, everyone. How are you? You good? Hi. Okay, so I'm Livanart cosplay, and I will talk about how to choose your cosplay for a contest. I'm the French champion of cosplay, and I think it's going to last around 40 minutes. And if you have questions, please keep in mind that we have a Q&A in the end. Okay? Thank you. So, how to choose your cosplay for a contest? We'll have 3 parts. So the first one is introduction to cosplay, because I guess some of you do not know what cosplay is, and if you do, well, it's a reminder. The second one, contest approach, and the third one, my tips. So, what is cosplay? So cosplay is embodies a character we love through outfit, wigs, makeup, accessories, but also acting like them. Costume plus role play is cosplay. So when you want to cosplay, it's not only wearing something, it's also acting like the character you like or you choose. The term was attributed to Nobuyuki Takahashi after he attended the Worldcon in Los Angeles in 1984. But it's not pretty clear when cosplay appeared, but we think it was around the 30s in the United States, and then it became very popular in Japan, and then you can hear in Europe. For example, one of my favorite cosplayers, Mole Cosplay from Germany, I think he's awesome. I don't know if you know him. Of course you do. Okay, but why cosplay? Before all, I think it's passion. We have conventions, we have an amazing community, we have great photography, and we have contests. I don't know about you, but I like all kinds of facets. Conventions are like here. You can meet a lot of people. You can meet your favorite cosplayers. That's so great. Community is amazing. We help each other. I love it. And I love meeting other cosplayers. Photography, you can do such a good work, and a lot of photographers love to work with cosplayers because they can actually change their habits. And the contest is what we're going to talk about. So, do you know what is a cosplay contest? Yes? Have you all done a cosplay contest before? Yes, maybe, no? Yeah, I recognize some of you. So cosplayers meet to compete against each other with cosplay to see who is the best and also learn from each other. So it's not only competing against each other, it's also learning from each other, and that's my favorite part. The cosplay must be fully made by your own for the big contest, of course, and is evaluated on various criteria such as costume and stage performance. And why are we going to competitions, except being masochist? A high-level skills involve lots of learning. So you have to surpass yourself and learn new things. The peer recognition, like, it was my motivation. I was in the dark and doing my cosplay on my own in my bedroom. And then I was like, I think I want to meet new people and new cosplayers, and I want them to know me. That's why I started contests. And pleasure of the stage performance, of course, even if it's tricky part, because a lot of cosplayers are telling me that, yeah, I mean, I'm so scared when I'm about to be on stage and everything. And I tell them, no, it's a part where you are supposed to have fun. It was scary before. It was scary just before you were on stage. But when you are on stage, you're not you anymore. You are your character. So you are having fun. You're expressing the character you choose to wear. So yeah, think this way. And having a chance to inspire future cosplayer. Why this? Well, it's exactly what happened to me. I went to Japan Expo in 2014, if I remember right, and I saw the ECG, so the European contest in Japan Expo Paris, and I saw Luciole cosplay, for example, who did an amazing job with her cosplay of Elsa from Frozen. And I saw that, and I was like, okay, that's what I want to do. I love it. I want to do this. I think I can do this. I love it. And now, I like to think that sometimes I'm invited to con with her, with Luciole. So I'm like, okay, life is great. I started because of her, and now we are invited in the same convention. That's amazing. So you can inspire people who do not know cosplay, who do not know how it is, and they see your stage performance, they see your cosplay, and they're like, okay, I want to be the next one. And if you are here, it might be because you want to be the next champions. Okay, so how to start with contests? First of all, you should watch contests. Different contests. You should see what's done on stage, because there is some kind of I don't find my word. There's some fashion kind of stage performance, so depending on the year, like sometimes it is building an armor and being like, yeah, I'm the best, I'm talking to you, blah, blah, blah. But the year after, the main thing is going to be something else on stage. And when you have seen all of this, you can be like, okay, I know that before it was this, that was cool, then it was this, that was cool, then it was this, so I want to do something different. And when you know that, well, you start with something. Then you have to participate to small contests. So small contests are usually made by every town where there is con, and in every con there is small contests. What I call small contest is a contest which not involve to become a champion, like a French champion or the Hungarian champion, or you know what I mean. The rest is a small contest. And small contests are amazing. That's how I started with contests. I first participated to a contest with my very first cosplay, and I won the second place. And that's when I remember I knew I liked it. Even if I was terrified when I was on stage, like everyone else, I loved it, and I wanted to do it again. And also, you meet the jury when you do small contests, and you can ask them, what did I do wrong? Which is what I did. What did I do wrong? How can I improve myself? Why am I second and not first? And they're like, yeah, your cosplay was really good, but there is this and that and this and that. And I'm like, okay, so I have to improve this for the next one. And the next one, and the next one. And one, so learn as much as you can from them, is what I just said. And then upgrade when you feel confident enough, upgrade your contest choice. When you feel confident enough, you can participate to bigger contests. That's how I did too. I was doing small contests all the time because I felt comfortable doing it. I was winning all the time. But it wasn't fun anymore because it was too easy. And it sounds so pretentious, I'm so sorry, but it is not. It's just stupid from me to do that because I was doing big, huge cosplays with a lot of electronics, for example, in very small contests with people who are just there for fun. Cosplayers are just there for fun. And so I was kind of ruining their experience because I had to upgrade my contest choice. And so I did. Yeah, and we will talk about that. Don't restrain yourself to your comfort zone. It is the most important part. So let's talk about contests. There's a lot of contests. So I choose 5, and we'll talk about it. There's WCS everywhere, but we talk about Japan. They got a unique selection system. So you have to win a contest in your own country to be selected to participate to WCS. It's only teams, and it's only Japanese license. So you can't cosplay like League of Legends, not Japanese. You can only use Japanese license. There is a Euro cosplay. You may have heard of it. It's in England. So the quotation system is, oh no, not quotation. Yes, okay. The quotation system is like 70% for the costume and 30% for the stage performance. So when you are doing, if you choose to do this, this contest, you have to keep in mind that the stage performance is not that important. So you have to focus on your costume. Otherwise, you are wasting your time. Only one cosplayer per country, so you also have to participate to another contest to be able to be selected for Euro cosplay. MondoCon, I think we're all here for a reason. Hungary. So the quotation system was more costumes than performance, also. And it's only solo, no team. The one I did, so the French Cup in France, it's 50-50, my kind of favorite. 50-50, so 50 for the cosplay, 50 for the stage performance. It's only solo, no team for the moment. But I love this kind of contest because you have to put as much effort on your costume than on your stage performance. And that's usually what makes you the winner. Because a lot of time, when you're doing this kind of contest, you got a public prize. And the public prize is always given to the bigger cosplay. Because public doesn't know how it works, and they're just like, okay, this is the most impressive cosplay. So that's how it works. That's the first one. He must win. But no, that's not how it works. You win because you have an amazing cosplay, but also because you have an amazing performance. And that includes being able to move into your cosplay. That's why a lot of big cosplay with, you know, huge wings, for example, never win because they can't move. So like this, all along. It's not impressive. It's visually impressive, but the stage performance is close from 0. And to finish, there is the ECG, France, Paris, Japan Expo. Also a 50-50, so exactly the same. But you can go with a team. So you can go, you can choose to go there with your friends and doing exactly the same that you're doing on solo, but with your team. And that's so great. That's a great experience, but also so complicated. Because when you have a team, remember that you all quote. So if one of you is better than the others, or the yeah, if one of you is weaker than the others, it's going to penalize the whole team, if you see what I mean. So it's really hard. I wanted to show you how you win a contest. I'm going to take the French Cup as an example. So, for the costume, 50% for the costume includes the difficulty of making. So the difficulty of your choice is 10% of your final evaluation. So 10% is like Pike, for example. So this is Pike. This is the cosplay I made. He was difficult. Why? Because I don't look at him at all. So I had to do it from head to feet. So it was difficult. So I knew I had a big chance to have this 10%. Then sewing and construction quality, 10%. Well, that's your skill. That's the moment you have to show your skill. So, for example, your foam, EVA foam, must be smooth, and your paint job must be good, etc., etc. 10%. I knew I had to do my best, like everyone else. Choice of fabric and materials. So what materials are you going to choose for your cosplay? For example, for Pike, I use the same fabric that sailors used before, because he is walking on big boats. So I found it quite logical to use this kind of fabric and not satin, for example. I don't see a pirate with satin. That makes sense. Also, for this piece, I use resin. It was logical. Then, resemblance. Well, you have your character, there is you, and they are taking picture, and they look, okay, that's the same thing. So what's important is the size, for example, the sizing. Because when you're doing, for example, a big armor, if the sizing is wrong, if you're doing this part too big or too long, they're going to see it. And they're going to say, like, it's not the good size. So you have to be very careful about the sizing. Really. You had to match your size. And then the mobility, the one that everybody kind of forgets. You have to be able to move on stage. Remember, 50% of the quotation is the stage performance. So you have to be able to move. And that was really hard with him, but I could. When I was in front of the jury, they asked me to do this, and this, and this, and this. And I did it. So I had the 10%. But a lot of people couldn't do it. They couldn't. And you have to think about it. Then you have the stage performance, 50%. So quality, acting, and role play, 10%. Role play, acting, cosplay. You are not cosplaying a character, you are the character. So when I was walking with Spike, I walk like that. Because I'm a man, you know? I'm not like, yeah, hello. No, I wasn't like this. Respect of the original creation. So your performance must respect the background of your character. You can't do whatever you want. Performance comprehension. If people do not know your character on the public, for example, in the public, they must understand your performance. Even if they don't know the character, they must understand your point and what you're doing. So, for example, my character is an assassin, and they all understand that I was going to assassin the jury, because that's what I said on stage. That's all that matters. Even if they don't know the character, they must understand your story. And you have only 3 minutes or 1 minute, it depends on the contest, to make them understand that. It's the tricky part. Because a lot of people, a lot of cosplayers, think that everybody is going to understand. That everybody knows that character, their character, because when they choose him, they love him, obviously. But it's not the case for everyone else. You see? So you have to think that the people in front of you won't know your character. And you are here to expose him and show them who you are, who he is. Don't take their comprehension for granted. Okay? And then you have the realization. So, for example, if you go on stage and you just bleh, that's not a good realization. So you have to be careful about that and repeat and repeat and repeat. Or if you lose, I don't know, if I lost my knife during the stage performance, like, oh, shit. Well, so the only way for the performance to go correctly is to repeat, 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 repeat. Then all the things bad that could happen will happen during the repetition, and then it won't happen during the final stage. And the originality, we are coming back to the watch contest. Remember? I told you to watch contest in order to be original. I remember that when I decided to do Pike from League of Legends, the thing I heard the most was, oh yeah, that's a good idea, but you know, League of Legends character never win contests because it's always the same performance on stage. And I was like, yeah, that's stupid because of course I won't win if I do the same thing that always, but that's not the point. I was going to do original. And that's also a tricky part. So you have to know what have done, what is currently done, what works, what does not, to realize a good performance on stage, which is original, not cringe, which is good. So you see, it's really difficult to have the quality, the respect of the original creation, the comprehension, the realization, and the originality all at the same time. And now, you can see that when you thought that this was the main part of a contest, the most difficult part, it is not. This is the most difficult part of a contest. And why did I win? Because all the other participants thought that this was the most important. It wasn't. I may have not have the biggest cosplay or the best cosplay, but I had the best performance, for sure. And that's why I won. So if you do a 50-50 contest, remember this. It's really important, and it is what will make the difference, the stage performance. Now we talk about the comfort zone, my favorite part. So this is you, this is me, this is everyone else. The comfort zone. This is what I did, where I was, sorry, when I was doing small contests. I was in my comfort zone. I knew I was going to win. I knew it. And it was okay. I was like, yeah, sure, I deserve it. No, I deserve nothing. I am in the comfort zone. Then you got the fear zone. Imagine this is a house. This is your house. This is the wall of your house. And you can't get out. You have to get through the fear zone to get there, in the learning zone. So the comfort zone is like everything you can do, everything you know. The fear zone is your fear. Like, nah, I can't do that. No, I won't be able to do that or this. But once you get through that, you appear here, in the learning zone, where you learn new things, new skills. And then, the growth zone. Even better. Let's see. Learning zone and growth zone, this is where great cosplay contest happens. Okay? So you won't win a big contest staying in your comfort zone. Because that's skills everybody can have. This is important. You have to get through your fear zone to get here. You won't win if you're not in your learning zone or growth zone. To do Pike, I was in the growth zone. I learned to use prosthetic and silicone while I never used it before because I wanted to and because I knew nobody else was doing it. And so I was like, okay, I have to do that. I don't know how to do that, but I want it. So I get through this and I go up there. Fine. And that's how I did it. Also, don't believe in cliché. Any cosplay can win. What I mean by that is that you won't win because you made a big prosthetic. Or you won't win because you made a big armor. Fabric cosplay, or cosplay only made with fabric, so less impressive visually, can win. The champions before me, the cosplayer who won the French Cup before me was Minali cosplay. And she did a cosplay with only fabric. It was really beautiful. It was Sakizu. And she won. It's totally different than mine. And she still won. And I won the year after. And maybe next year is going to be something totally different. Don't believe in cliché. Armor don't always win. Or prosthetic doesn't always win either. Sorry. And then, don't go too far from your comfort zone, or you will enter the danger zone. This is the danger zone. This is also where I was, sometimes, while I was making Pike. Because I failed a lot. I failed so many times, because I was learning so much, and I was growing my skills so much that sometimes I failed. But fortunately, I continued, and I did it again and again, so I get back here. And I made Pike. But sometimes I was here. If you go too far from your comfort zone, too far from here, you will fail. So you have to find the learning and the growth zone. Not too far, not too close. Is it clear? I try to make it clear as much as possible. My tips. So, if you want to try the amazing journey that is cosplay contest, you need to be eager to challenge yourself. You're not here to only be in your comfort zone once again. You're here to show what you're made of. Find a character that you love very, very much. Why? It's really, really important since you're going to work so hard, so long on that character, that is, one day you will wake up and you will vomit that character. You can't even look at him. You just, you want to push him away because you're working so hard on him for so long. But if you love him so much, then it will keep you motivated, even when you don't want to see him anymore. You're still motivated. So don't choose, if you're doing a big contest, don't choose the first thing you think about. You won't finish it. Trust me, it's so hard to stay motivated for a cosplay. You have to study the contest you are planning on doing to make sure it's a kind of contest fitting your project. So I explained to you the different type of contest. So you have to make sure that your project is going to fit in the contest you decide to do. So for example, I decided to do the French Cup. So I knew it was a 50-50. When you're doing a 50-50, you should choose your character because of the stage performance, and not the stage performance because of the character. That's also really important. I chose Spike because I had an idea of what I wanted to do on stage. I knew he was the best character to do that. And then, take into account your strong skills while taking the opportunity to learn more and surpass yourself. So you know, if you know you are good at sewing, for example, then maybe you should choose a cosplay with a majority of sewing. But not only that. You should choose to learn more, to grow from it. Again, we're talking about the comfort zone. Be prepared for anything and everything and show the world what you're made of. So be prepared for anything and everything is really important. That's the moment where, when I was thinking about making pie, I thought about everything bad that could happen, almost. And for example, I was repeating again and again my stage performance at home. And my weapon broke. It was broken. Just 2 days before the final. So I was like, yeah, sure. But it didn't happen on stage. I wore it a lot before the contest because I wanted to make sure that my muscle suit wouldn't crack or, you know, you never know what could happen. And for a reason I don't know, it always happens in the worst moments. So when you're on stage in front of everyone, that's where you lose your skirt, for example, in front of everyone. I don't know why, but that's a rule. So you have to be prepared for that. And you have to try everything. Don't push your luck. Never. Don't count on it. Never count on your luck. That's all. And if you follow this rule, you might be the next champions. Isn't that cool? Right? So thank you. Thank you, everyone. Do you have any questions? Questions? Or was it clear enough? Yeah, it was really clear. Really? Okay. No questions? I can give you the mic. No, it seems okay. I mean, up your arm if you have any question. no arm in the air, so no question. Well, thank you, everyone. Thank you for your attention, and I hope you're going to be the next champion. Yeah.
In fact, I have a question.
Okay.
When you're doing a team cosplay contest, when you're doing a team cosplay contest, has each and every one of them has to do his own costume, or if someone does the job for everyone on the costume part, it's okay, or is there something like that?
Everybody on the team have to do something, but yes, if, for example, you are really good with making gloves, you can do the gloves for everybody, but each member has to do something.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Bye, everyone!